Well, a Virginia-based organization is helping to encourage life by giving women the support and foundation they need to successfully raise a child. The Paul Stefan Foundation was founded by Randy and Evelyn James after the loss of their sixth child. Randy joins us now, along with Brooke Cummings, a mom of twins currently staying at the home, and Danielle Nicholson, who lived there for 5 years before becoming a family services specialist. Welcome, you all. Randy, I loved reading about the Paul Stefan House. You help these women in a time of crisis. Based on your son, Paul Stefan, I read about Evelyn and you, who were told to abort your sixth child because he wouldn't have a pair of lungs. And Evelyn went home. She opened her Chicken Soup for the Soul devotional, and it said this: God spoke to her, a mother's journey, a precious little baby with an amazing set of lungs. She saw through the pregnancy, and now this foundation named after your son, Paul Stefan.
Yes. Yeah, thank you for having us. I appreciate it. And that we here at the foundation say that the death of our baby was a start of a foundation. And we knew at that time when Paul had issues in utero that they sent us up to D.C., Children's Hospital, to get MRIs to see what was wrong. And each doctor, 3 of them, came back one after another and said he was incompatible with life. And we just, and we could go out and get a late-term abortion. And we were appalled by that. We didn't, we're a Christian Catholic family and don't believe in abortion. So we went home, we said, we're going to do something about this, whether Paul lives or dies. But we in our church, we held on because of what we saw in that Chicken Soup for the Mother's Soul, held on to that with all our heart and prayers. And we were a little perplexed when Paul died. But Father Stefan, who we started the foundation with, came to us a little bit after that and said, I know now what that meant by his most amazing set of lungs, and that is that we will have Paul Stefan Foundation homes all across America one day. And that's what pushes us each day to do this and strive, especially now with our regional centers that can house up to 20 women at a time.
Randy, that is such a beautiful story, how you used your pain and suffering for good to help women like Danielle. You were 20 years old when you found out you were pregnant. You said no one was there for you. Very few were. But the Paul Stefan Foundation was. Tell us what they did for you.
So I met Evelyn and Randy in the summer of 2012. And I moved to the Paul Stefan home in September of 2012. And I gave birth to my daughter in December of 2012. And my experience there has changed my life in the most amazing ways. Being pregnant at 20 years old was the hardest thing that I have ever been through, because most women, when they're pregnant, it's joyful, it's a celebration, they have tons of support, and I didn't have that. But the moment that I joined the Paul Stefan home, I felt that from Evelyn and Randy, and they have supported me and continued to raise me when I was so young. You know, becoming a new mom was really scary, but because of the Paul Stefan home and the love that they have and the mission that they have, and because the Lord is the center of their mission and they function only through the love of Christ, I am who I am today. My daughter is healthy, I'm successful, and I had access to so much love, so many resources, so much encouragement while I lived at the Paul Stefan home for 5 years. And I wouldn't be who I am today without this foundation.
Beautiful testimony, Danielle, and they helped you get your bachelor's degree. And sitting 2 people away from you there is Brooke. And Brooke, I see as Danielle was speaking, your 2 beautiful twin boys. Congratulations. I believe they're just a few months old, Aiden and Gabriel. You're currently at the Paul Stefan home. They're helping you get your bachelor's degree. Brooke, let us know, what did they do for you?
Well, since I've been at the Paul Stefan Foundation, I've felt empowered to be the mother that God had always wanted me to be. And the people here have shown me so much love and support, and they have just wrapped their arms around me since I first walked through the doors. And they have empowered me and supported me to want to reach for new goals and to provide everything. They have helped me provide everything for my children and empowered me and always encouraged me to be the mother and the woman that I always wanted to be and that God always wanted me to be. And I'm very grateful that they have supported me all along this journey. And I know that I can always turn to them if I have a need or if I ever need support, because they have been there with me through the beginning. And ever since I've had my children, I have never felt more love than I've ever felt from two people on this whole earth.
Brooke, I love that. Your two little babies are so beautiful. There's no greater miracle on this earth than motherhood. As I sit here, 5 months pregnant myself. Congratulations, Brooke, Danielle, on your beautiful children. And Randy, thank you for all you've done to further the cause of life. You are truly making a difference. To donate, go to paulstefanhome.org.